Hello and welcome everyone into another video. Today's video I'm going to showcase a Fire Knight team using a fusion that is not Gnut. But first, before we head out, I think there is a promo code that said win mid-game winter. Let's see. And yeah, that's like some cool energy that we can use right now, and with like multi-battles, some brews, so we can just go straight and dump them in the Fire Knight. The champion I'm talking about is actually, his name is Blizaard. He was a Christmas View fusion at one point. I want to talk about him because I wish they bring back these good fusion. Now, when he first was released, people were calling him poor man's Gnut, except that he is not a poor man's Gnut. He is just a ridiculously strong of a champion. He's one of the best CC champions in the entire game. Now, I know that he's not a PvP champion, but to be honest, how many PvP champions do you use? Like, if you look at your roster and say like, okay, this is a PvP champion, do you still use them? I much prefer like when it's like a PvE champion, because for PvP champion, they are always expensive and they always require like hella tons of shards, and we usually get one or two fusions like that, like Lord Fabian, like Armans as an example. I think there is also Marlene, or whatever her name is. Yeah, she's very decent, except that the soul wasn't available for everyone, so not everyone went for it. So what's the unique thing about the Blizaard? Well, his A3 is an AoE CC. His A1 is triple hitter CC, which like attack 3 times at random. Each hit has 40% chance, goes to 50 of placing freeze for one turn. So technically it's a one freeze and a half. His A3, it's a 4-turn cooldown. This is like the biggest downside of it. It's a 4-turn cooldown, but also it's an AoE freeze with a turn meter decrease. Like attack all enemy has 75% chance placing freeze debuff for 1 turn. Also has a 75% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies by 30% turn meter. This is like a very good ability for a fusion. And then his A2, he removes all CC and then put increased defense and then place ally protection on all allies except this champion. So usually I don't use his A2, but his A2 is good for something like clan boss, because in clan boss there is a stun, right? I actually literally don't even use this ability. His A3 is what makes him unique, because with his A3 he can actually solo Sand Devil. I'm sure if you go YouTube you will find a bunch of videos about him, but today we're showcasing him in Fire Knight. Whenever an enemy tries to place freeze debuff on this champion, instantly transfer it from this champion to that enemy. He doesn't get frozen. He's a Christmas fusion, right? An active ability whenever this champion is killed on a 3-turn cooldown, revive this champion with 30% HP, 30% turn meter, and then put revive on death. So if you kill him again, then he is still gonna revive himself. He is here to play, okay? He's not here to die. No, he's gonna revive himself twice, so you have to kill him 3 times if you want to kill him. As far as masteries, I honestly didn't finish his masteries, but like getting one of those two is actually good. It's actually a good idea. I don't know why I have this one. Increase the damage to targets under... Oh, okay, because he does have freeze, so it makes sense to go for this one. I would much rather do this one. Now, does he hit hard? The answer is yes and no. He hits hard enough for the CC champion. You know, like CC champions don't hit hard, but comparing to them, he does hit hard. I went for Helm Smasher. I think I should have went for Giant Slayer just because it's Fire Knight, to be honest. But because I have an end game gear, I can do that. I don't recommend you do that if you don't have an end game gear. Now, as far as relic, you can just simply go for something like a crit damage relic that just give him that. You could also go for something like that thing named Irific Coronate, because he does put lots of freeze, which means he is gonna increase his damage by a lot. As far as this, probably the one that ignore the defense or crit damage by 3 for each debuff. He doesn't have debuff, so technically I don't have a good one to put on him. As far as the gear, I run him in Merciless and accuracy. Why accuracy? Because he's lacking accuracy for the content I used to use him, because I use him as a CC champion in Faction Hard, and without him in Faction Hard it's so difficult. Now pieces wise, I think this is a great piece, to be honest. Doesn't have that much speed, but has lots of defense. As far as this one, we can just one click and maxed out the crit damage. This is an HP ring for some reason. Don't we have a defense one? Because he's a defensive champion. Okay, yeah, because I don't have a defense one. This is literally like pieces from here and there. You can see, because he is not a PvP champion, I don't have to put my best gear on him. You can see like literally like just pieces from here and there. As long as he's fast, he has enough accuracy to land those freeze. That's all I care about. Now, if we go to the Fire Knight, where is Fire Knight? Okay, so this is going to be the team I use. 1 second. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be the team I use. I have Padraig, any ally attacker work. Okay, Padraig and Mikage. Why Padraig? The main reason why Padraig is that because my nuker here is Thor. And Padraig will always give Thor increased attack, and he will always give Gnut increased defense, or I'm not sure what does he give those two, if he gives them increased defense or increased accuracy. But Padraig in 9 pieces of protection, and I have a merciless reflex on my Mikage. I want my Mikage to keep spamming her ability. So preset wise for Blizaar, I have him using his A3 on the first wave just to help with damage. I don't want him to use his A3 against the second wave, because I want him to save it for the boss. Because he is not Gnut, he doesn't have 3 freeze debuffs, but he has 1.5 technically here and 1 here, which will help, especially because Thor has decreased speed from here. That's going to be like a major effect. So let's see how does this team work. Remember, again, I don't have a double Gnut, okay? I can't do these cool double Gnuts, 30 seconds type of teams. So we have to play around it. Sometimes you use Quintus, sometimes we use Thor. And because of the freeze, if you want to use his freeze, you actually have to give your nuker the mastery that increase damage when your enemies are under freeze. This should be a one-shot because there is weaken here. I feel like it should be the other way around, like weaken on the first wave, because he can get the mastery and then increase his damage. Now we're gonna go for a cool ally attack. So we got 11 hits. That's actually very, very nice. I would like to get more, but you know, you don't get what you want always. He actually landed the freeze there. And now this is where the crucial part. I want the... Oh my god, I have a wrong preset. I needed the decrease the speed here. Hopefully he... Yeah, this is messed up. Yeah, because I needed the decrease the speed to be landed. It's something wrong with my preset, okay? But because this is like kind of technically a tanky team. I mean, Thor is not tanky, but Thor, you know, like has a 5-star soul. 1 second, okay? Okay, he put the shield down. I'm gonna do another run because something is wrong here, to be honest. Okay, yeah, we were able to take it down in 1 minute and 20. You just see something. 1 second. Where's Thor? No. I don't want him to open. Yeah, first. Yeah, that was actually the thing that was so freaking wrong. Opener then don't use. First. Yeah, because technically Thor's strongest ability is his A2, and I want him to use his A2 on the second wave. So, okay, let's do it again and see. So, a bunch of ally attacks. Okay, we killed only 2. I need to disable Blizaard's A3. These are like just the stuff to make the run faster, technically. And you can see that Thor's A2 is hits way harder on the second, because that's why I try to use it on the second, because it increases his damage on every other ability. This is kind of bad, but I think Thor should be using his passive. Yeah, he used his passive right there. Where like when he hit 10 people, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna land some freeze, and now the decrease of speed. We landed the decrease of speed, so now it should be a straightforward run, like just click and claim. I mean by click and claim, you just like run in the back and you don't have to worry about the 3%, because we have a backup freeze and we have a decrease of speed. So like usually you either run double Gnuts or you run a second freeze a champion like the epic ones, or like you can run Blizaard, as you can see here. So yeah, that's pretty much like my Fire Knight 10 hard team. It's 100% win rate. Is there a potential way where this team could fail if a Blizaard could never like land his freeze, and then Thor doesn't land his decrease speed. This is the only case here. We're talking about 1 every 1,000 runs. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about the Blizaard and Fire Knight. If you guys want to see more of a Blizaard, I can showcase him because he's a beast in Centranos as well. And then in Faction Heart, he's insane. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, don't forget to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.